This isn't over, Malak.
Your friends do not give up easily, Revan. You always could inspire loyalty. But even the three of you together cannot stand against my power.
For the Jedi! I'll hold Malak off. You two get out of here. Find the Star Forge.
No, Bastila, he's too strong. No! The door's sealed. We can't get past. Come on, we have to get to the Ebon Hawk. Bastila doesn't stand a chance against Malak, but we can't help her. Not here. We have to get off the ship and find the Star Forge. That's the key to beating the Dark Lord. Bastila sacrificed herself so we could get away. We can't let her sacrifice be in vain. Come on!
Where is Bastila? What happened on that ship?
We ran into Malak. He would have killed us, but Bastila sacrificed herself so we could get away.
You mean she's dead?
Malak won't kill her. Don't be foolish. He'll want to use her battle meditation against the Republic. Turn her to the dark side, and the Sith will always be victorious.
Not so fast. We've got a bigger issue to deal with here. They deserve to know the truth about you. Do you want to tell them what Malak said, or should I?
Revan? What are you talking about? Is this some kind of a joke?
No, it's no joke. The Jedi Council captured Revan and erased the Dark Lord's mind, programming in a new identity. Saul Kareth told me on the Leviathan, and Bastila confirmed it.
You're Darth Revan? This is big. Do you remember anything about being the Dark Lord? Just a few flashes.
That's it. Nothing more? It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan...
Of course it still matters. How do we know more memories won't come flooding back? How do we know The whole time we've been chasing after Malak, we've had his old Sith master right at our side.
Hey, you've got nothing to be sorry about. You didn't ask for this. Besides, I know you. You're not Revan anymore. Big Z and I will stick by you. We owe...
How can you say that, Mission? The Sith bombed my homeworld.
Everyone knows it was Malak who gave the order to attack your people, Karth. You can't blame Revan for that.
I suppose you've proven yourself to be a friend of the Republic by your actions.
What about me? I already knew who you were, though it wasn't my place to tell. Does it change anything? I'm not here to judge you.
You defeated the Mandalore clans in the war, Revan. We had never met one like you before, and never since. Whatever you're fighting, it will be worthy of my skill. I'm your man until the end, Revan.
Commentary. I am... Answer. My program. Observation. That is observation. It seems that the homing system... Affirmation. I have... Observation. Indeed.
Wow. What are the chances of that happening?
Remember, we're...
Good point. I knew the little guy would come through for you.
Well, the others seem to trust you. I want to believe you. You've proven yourself. This must be even more of a shock to you. Don't worry. I won't let... As long as this mission stays... So I guess that's it then.
Chua Penki, Yun Patisa, Kichuba Ki
Ikukuno no ba. Ronda di hotonga. Ta kung Diyos Miki grab을 먹어. 같이 주. 그 푸나. 부나나의 자치 그라툴로다. 보그라시 언니용 콤바 진톤 못 주바. 로다니다 군. ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Tak bis ju pongko koki makpaka. Chingpa kuyami juz chikata na patogaya hulki. Shangji locha wana wama. Kama bolpa mulji manaman autota. Hakki jukrata bola shui tongatong. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Kachi kun ita donga. Iking kuno. Tong abong sha umni. Kaba dumpa ku palia mukapata. Tolpa da pongwalega. Witam tong abong sha.
Ciao baso. Ne cava. Caquinho.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, look, but I suppose that's why we need... So don't worry.
Greetings. If you haven't heard, there's some trouble. Certain. Do come again.
Hey there, what can I do for you? It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about... I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Big Z and I will stick by you.
Uchiwa Penki. Tani Tuamaji. Ciao baso. Jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. La chiwa aita kan kicha na chuporni. Achua Penki. Yun patisa. Tichuba jikotka. Topa na ota vokasa. Pampa ki mulira kun ki. Tinguingo ka. Kimba ni chalora kun jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Kimba no konik dot.
Sure.
Tony Dwamaji, human acting ticket. Kakinja nawabakaon. Ichak achua penti. Yun. Uba baska doana chichopa muska. Chiwa aita kan ki chiyokaku. Kimba no konik.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Cellcath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not. If you ever feel like relief...
Yeah, what are you... Oh. No, really. I should apologize. Is there anything I can help you? Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Oh, if you don't know, have a pleasant stay.
Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Salkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought...
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie.
Murder?
It's all a mistake, Jolie.
Calm down, Alora.
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the...
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and...
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But that if the Republic's soldiers... I hardly call 6 against 3 of... They were provoked, Your...
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money.
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic...
Makes sense, I guess.
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our
We could look into this to calm the Selkath's fears.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
We might have a position within the Sith.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some...
This is war.
You make a good point.
Excellent.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Now...
You're a fool. When the Sith...
You underestimate the Republic.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Now...
How much for all this stuff, Tybar?
Chiwi ai.
Thanks, Tybar.
Uchua penki. Tong tuama ji human act in ikatune. Tong hi tuama act in kotune. Potong hi tuama ji aki achua penki. Tong hi tuama act in kotune.
Sorry, buddy, but the hotel is closed. Ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked up tight. Only the Selkath authorities, and those authorized by them, are allowed in. This old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing the Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, and the Sith woman was dead on the floor. But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it, so the Selkath are holding him in prison. But enough about my problems. You can't stay here while the investigation is on. Sorry, buddy. Ever since the murder... Me? Oh, right. But since the murder happened... Yeah.
This street is for Sith only. Hiding behind the Selkath laws.
You got any armor plating for my... I thought this guy... Don't worry,
have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic. Your wish?
Seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
Jolie, what are you doing here?
Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in.
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cell cap, there aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me... Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think.
I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us.
It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill?
Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this.
Anything else I can help you with? Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcat already did that, but I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof. Anything else I can help you with? Go ahead, ask.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wong. I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and... Who else? Sunry's conviction will be a blow to Republic-Cellcath relations. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the... I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else? Then I shall wish you good day. On back.
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's... The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison. That's a lot of money. Maybe I could do something for you then. All right, I'll do it. I'll tell the Selkath that he left before the shot went off. But this is our little secret. If you try and turn me in for lying, I'm making sure you come with me.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Selkath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted? Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big and don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Sure.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics, usually. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Well, one time, I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course, and her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Yes?
Shiki kun Selkath, Jona Mulira. Glupor tong hit wanaji Selkath agi inko tune Glupor Mulira Chunamu. Glupor yun tung chiwi ita. Bola un jikne Mulira Glupor. Kon muli slimo puli wanga kun Glupor kinbanik chalora. Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Glupor nibo jimata. Glupor tong hit wamaji Selkath ag inko tune. Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wangki yuma. Kun mulira slimo poi wanga kun makachisa glupor. Tong abog sinchan glupor ni nong kili. Glupor chiwa aita kang kicha na Selkath. Glupor nibo mulira. Glupor sha. Glupor pampa ki mulira kun kin. Glupor tongi Selkath wamaji kun na. Glupor ag inko tune. Glupor no mulira chuna mulira. Glupor chachopa. Glupor bagwa shank konti. Tony Tuamaji, human act in Lupor kakincha nawabakaon. Ufma. Lupor wanga kunvist.
Yes?
You are the one defending Sunry. They're own normal. The other is a reg. Don't know anything. Well.
I will try. I cannot do this.
Yeah?
What?
Yeah? Gotcha. Simple.
Yes?
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunray murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunray and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You would have to be devious. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wong. As the official... I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find the so-called evidence against... The Republic? That makes no sense. Son, if you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or... I regret I could not... Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple... An ancient and forgotten race. Well, No. You... We were using a while. The Sith, the droid... It's heavily guarded. That is what... There are several leads. The first, we think he is... We... Good. But they're... The Sith visiting the lucky. The Sith... Here's... You can... Good choice. I wish you...
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in. He's a Sith spy, but it seems... Well, if it...
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but... The encryption system... But I ruined it. Since Roland said...
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid? Time is a critical factor. We cannot allow the Sith to...
Yes?
Ciska Nichu. Laboda na winki smak. Uba.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes?
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. That was a long time ago, in a war far, far away. Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. I hear you've been appointed as arbiter. Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith would never let a Republic hero get away. You must find Sunry innocent. Find the real evidence. I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sun... Sunry is... He's a criminal.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably... I'm a Jedi, and one who was living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Find the real...
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man?
Soon, old friend. We don't want to... Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. Well, I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking?
Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you. Anything else I can help you with? Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Selkath already did that with but I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Anything else I can help you with? Go ahead, ask. A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manaan. Oh, okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manaan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? Go ahead, ask. So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it. The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved to die. If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place KOTOR sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without KOTOR, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines? I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Elasa was a friend of mine. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? You can ask, but I doubt you... I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. Is there... Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Is there... I haven't the faintest clue. Is there... Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me.
You there. I don't recognize you. Your pass card is out of date. And I, Commander Gran. You authorized this person to enter. I don't know them. And their identification doesn't match up.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
Yes?
Huh?
Yes?
Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please Warning, active. Warning, water transfer proceeding. Warning. Warning, activating. Warning,
Yeah?
What?
Yes?
Yeah?
Yes?
dark side.
You there. I don't... Your pass, Commander... You authorize... I don't...
What?